Hi, I'm back, and this is video 90 in my ACS vanilla series. And in the last video I pretty much showed you guys how to get to the final Shendao stage and pretty much how to increase your mental state so that it's 700 base. And I did end up running into one of the many Shendao bugs, or I guess there's only really like two identifiable ones, into one, and that has caused my Shendao 1 to be essentially broken. So I did take a few days to try to figure out what was going on with the bug, and I was pretty close to figuring it out, but I didn't figure it out. But I do want to point out that there are two Shendao bugs that you do want to be wary of, and I'm going to go forward and explain those right now. So if you gain an obsession while you're off map, once you remove the obsession, it will not reduce your mental state. So the easy way to avoid this bug is, if you're gaining obsessions off map, is for you to actually be at your computer and watching when the obsession is about to become obtained, and then right before you get the obsession you would go on map and then finish out the full duration of the session. So that one is a pretty easy fix. You just have to pay a little bit more attention, I guess. And then if you want to accumulate belief overnight, then obviously you would have to gain an obsession on map, and then that's when you would then go off map and be able to gain your belief overnight. So that's how you mitigate that bug. And then there's another bug which I am completely stumped on how it happens. However, that bug will make it so that your disciple has like a reduced base mental state or an increased base mental state, because right here, if we're looking at this Shendao, this one right here has a base mental state of negative 165 without any talismans being used, and they only have 3 obsessions, so this should be negative 85, considering that the disciples have a base of 5 mental state. So that means that this guy has a negative 80 mental state, and I do not know where that came from. I do know that it came at one point when I was going down to the still stage in order to increase their mental state by 100, but somehow along the lines they actually lost 80 mental state, and I think that it may have something to do with either me being off map or something with like the branch leader and the sect leader debuff. And then I did also notice that there was also something weird going on with spirit roots, but anyways, that's besides the point. So basically, if you get this debuff, you just have to hope that you have a save scum where you can like roll back, and I do have a save where I can roll back to before my Shendao had this debuff right here. However, I'm really okay with them having that reduction of 80 mental state, because I won't need them to have a really high population cap for what I need them to do. And the save that I have that I rolled back didn't have 1 billion belief on the Shendao, and I was too lazy to reaccumulate 1 billion belief. And then as far as the obsession one, you would just have to pretty much avoid that. Even though I didn't avoid it, I still would be able to do everything that I plan on doing with these Shendaos, which is creating 6 sacred relics. So I should be good on all of those fronts, but I would take this more seriously if I had a Shendao that I was planning to use as like my prime cultivator. I would definitely want them to be able to have up to 700 mental state, but that's just not the case for this guy, because they have a reduction of 80 mental state and then they have 3 obsessions. So anyways, we're going to move forward with working on, in this video we're going to move forward with working on creating the sacred relic. However, before I do that, I do want to actually create some Needle of Tribulations, which are a legacy artifact that are available to Heaven's Stealing Law cultivators. So I do want to do a comparison of like how strong my Nimbus Disciple would be with 6 Needles of Tribulation or 6 Shendao artifacts. So I do want to try to be able to do that comparison. So this right here is the higher tier manual that allows you to craft the Needles of Tribulation, which is my favorite legacy artifact, and probably probably the strongest artifact in the game in terms of how easy it is to obtain, how much damage it gives you, and the materials that it costs to craft it. So like you just need to have Heaven's Stealing Law, the materials are really simple. They're kind of similar to create a mini universe. And then when you want to incubate it, you just have to increase its tier, which is also very simple. And then yeah, it just has a lot of damage, but you just have to have like a really low gap between your lifespan and age, which can be a little bit annoying for some players or like intimidating for some players. But I am pretty like okay with that, and I'm fine with those requirements. And I showed you guys how to do that, and I believe video 80, not 86, maybe video 68, in which I was showing you guys like all of my other disciples in my other saves. I showed you guys how to use the Needle of Tribulation. But anyways, I'm going to have this guy craft the Needle of Tribulation. They already have 20 artifact crafting, so that's perfect. But they do not have enough inspiration right now, so first I'm going to have them equip the Civil Prosperity Talisman. And then, let's see, which one it was. It was my Heaven-Stilling Law Bear 2. This guy right here. So I'm going to have them equip the Civil Prosperity Talisman to increase their learning speed. And then I just want to make sure that they are in this cultivation branch so that they can get learning speed bonuses from that. And then I will create this branch area, since this is where my manual pavilions are for the most part. So my cultivator will more than likely end up doing it over here. So what else? Let's just see what their stats are right now. So they're in their human form, and they have Civil Prosperity Talisman. Let's take out this Spiritual Traveling Talisman and equip the Civil Prosperity one. So now they're at 351% learning speed. And then I believe I have the learning speed gear as well. Just want to maximize all of their learning speed. And they're in human form, so they're good on that. But if they were in beast form, then I would switch them to human form, because beast form reduces their like learning stats. And then besides that, I do want to consume a Eureka pill for inspiration, just because I'm too lazy to send them out somewhere. So I believe that I want to consume 2 Eureka pills, so I'm just gonna have them equip 2 Eureka pills, since I have a nice stack of 10 right here. Let's see, Heaven-Stilling Law Bear 2. So they're cultivating over here, and they have the branch bonuses from the practice branch, and now they have 668% learning speed, and their mental state is maxed out, so they should be getting a lot of inspiration from this one Eureka pill. So let's see, their current inspiration is, what's that, 1 million, pretty much. Yeah, 1,064,000. And then this is supposed to give me 150,000 inspiration at base, but because I have all of these bonuses, I should be getting like way more than that. So I just ate the Eureka pill, and now I'm at 3 million inspiration. So that is the importance of learning speed, just to show you guys that if you forgot from, because that I was working on that way far ago. So I got 2 million inspiration from 1 Eureka pill due to my really high learning speed. So now I can have this guy learn Endurance, which is the first manual required to unlock the Needles of Tribulation recipe. And then after I learn Endurance, I'll have to go into their actual inspiration page to learn the rest, because they're tier 2 manuals. So I need to learn Helios Trick, and then I can craft Needles of Tribulation. And I was able to do that, and still have 1.5 million inspiration to go. So that worked out perfectly. So now, the good thing about legacy artifacts is that they always have a 100% success rate, so you don't need to increase their success chance, and you really just need 20 artifact crafting and like enough chi to craft them. So legacy artifacts actually have the lowest requirements, because they always are also 100% quality too. So now we're looking at the requirements to craft the Needle of Tribulation, and as you can see, it's very similar to the mini universe with like a little bit extra. So the main annoying thing to get when you want to make a Needle of Tribulation is the Divine Jade, and I got that from visiting a sect that has respected my sect, and they just gave me like a lot of gifts, so I'm pretty rich on that. And then you have the Holy Stone, Phoenix Wood, Igni Copper, Ice Crystal, and the Lumina Core, which are the mini universe requirements. and then besides that we have the spirit crystal and the divine jade. So I'm just gonna go ahead and craft these needles of tribulation. The crafting table that you use doesn't really matter, and then once you create that crafting command, you can do repeat. I have enough materials to create 10, so I'm just gonna do 10 because that's the only option that I have available to me, unless I can try to, and I don't think that I'll be able to craft 6 exactly. So let's see what happens if I do another crafting command. Oh, okay, I can do 6 exactly, so I'll actually just do 6. I thought that it would say like the crafting table is already in use or something like that. So let me just create these 6 crafting commands. So that's 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I think that this will make it so that my peons will bring all like the materials for me to make 6 of these needles of tribulation. So I don't even have to worry about that anymore. Now I can go back to the Shendao and prepare their artifact. So the first thing that I want to do for my Shendao disciples is to get them ready to do these obsession tribulations, because Shendao artifacts, they can get legacy modifiers. However, if you want to add legacy modifiers, you can only add them, you can only add the buildings that grant legacy modifiers in the 4th ring. So I don't have any legacy buildings yet, but just trust me on it. You just need to wait until you need to have states in the 4th ring. So that's why it's just really important. And there are 8 or 9 legacy modifiers that I want to have, so I need to clear some obsessions in order to gain extra states at the 4th ring, because right now I only have 3. So right now I have 6 Shendao, they all have 3 obsessions, and then they have 3 extra states in the 4th ring, so that would give me 6. So I would need to clear these 3 obsessions and then gain 3 more basically, because I think I would need 9. So that should be easy, because if I'm off map, then I should be naturally gaining anxious, hedonistic, and depressed all together. So I'm going to move forward and show you guys what the best option would be for a Nether disciple in order to survive these tribulations. So you just want to equip like guards that are good for defense and add chi. So let's see, this guy right here is actually pretty overloaded. They have a lot of guards temples, and I don't need that many, so I'm just gonna stop them all, just because I don't want to destroy the buildings, but I want to free up population that I'm using for these buildings, and maybe I'll re-enable them if I can later on. So let me just stop all of these and remove them, so that I have the option to use these other guards if I need to. So if you look at this right here, you can see that the population that's in use is reducing because I am temporarily freezing the guard temple. Alright, so what you want to do pretty much is to have one guard temple level 9, and then you would have another guard temple level 3. Or whatever, you would just want to max out one guard temple, and then you want to just have the other one just as like whatever you can do after that. But I like it to be level 9 and 3, so I do need to get some more population. So right now it says that I can control 100 or 1 million population, right? So you also need a Temple of Miracles in order to max out your population to your controllable population. So what I'm going to do is, I believe that I already have a Temple of Miracles. Oh, this guard temple is still here too, so maybe I can upgrade this even more. Nope. I believe that all of my Shendao disciples have a Temple of Miracles, so I should be able to assign out. Oh, Shendao 1 was the only one that doesn't have a Temple of Miracles. So I have this one stopped, so let me re-enable that. And now I'm going to give Shendao 1 this agency so that they can quickly get this 1 million population so that I can utilize it. But after doing like a lot of testing, I pretty much figured out that you really only need to have like 500,000 population. Oh, and besides that, I do need to upgrade my divine residence buildings, because this is the number of divine residents that I have, and then this is how many I can control. So I'm just gonna upgrade all of my divine residence buildings. Alright, so basically the first thing that I'm gonna do in order to prepare my Shendaos to survive this tribulation is upgrade the divine residences to level 6. But you really just want to keep going until you have 501,000 population that you can allow, because that will keep you in the wise stage, and that's really just the cultivation or the mental state stage that your Shendao disciple needs to be in order to support a full legacy artifact or a fully realized like Shendao artifact. So I would say just keep it safe and just stay in the 500,000 range. So right now I'm at 411,000, 420,000, 50, 60. I'm just doing everything like one by one. Alright, so now I'm at 501,000, so that means that as long as I stay in a wise stage, I will never accumulate hatred, because the wise stage has a controllable population limit of 500,000. So I'm gonna do that. And now that I have them assigned to the Temple of Miracles, my number of divine residents has capped out. So now I can upgrade these temples even more. So like I was saying, I would recommend a level 9 guards temple. And then for the second guards temple, I would just do however much you think you can do. But I think I should be fine with having this level 9 as well. But you don't need that one to be level 9. So for the one that would be level 9, you would definitely do the Nether Judge, because that one gives you the most match chi. And then you would do the Darkmountain Garden, because that's the one that gives you the most barrier power. And I can show you how I found out that. So if we go in here, and there's this Excel sheet called Glitchy Shendao Cultivation Resource. So this has a list of all of the guards, all of the buildings, and everything, and their bonuses. So if we go into the guards and we search, and we are in the Nether area, you'll see that Nether Judge adds 100,000 max chi, right? And then it also gives you some barrier power, which is a shield conversion rate, and that modifies it by 0.01. So in terms of all of these other guards that I have available, none of them are giving 100,000 max chi and barrier power. And then besides that, if you look at the Darkmountain Garden, you'll see that this has a shield conversion rate of 0.05, so this will just make you even more tanky. So that's really all you need. And then these other ones, they have like shield conversion rates of 0.04, but they're not 0.05. The White Judge right here does have a shield conversion rate of 0.05 as well, but I just decided to go with the Darkmountain Guard. Let's see, because this one has 20,000 chi and then 0.05, but this one has 30,000 chi and then 0.05. So the White Judge actually would be a better option now that I think about it, because you would get more chi out of that. So let's see if I can switch that out to the White Judge. And we can actually just look at the difference right now. So Shendao 1 right here is at 1.2 million chi, and they have 1.43 barrier power. So let's see what it would look like with the White Judge instead of the Darkmountain Guardian. So now we're at 1.3 million chi, and we should still have the 1.43 barrier power out. It went to 1.71 barrier power. Huh. Maybe I was looking at something different then. Shield conversion rate modified by 0.05. Oh, I'm funny. The shield conversion rate on the Darkmountain Garden is actually 10 times as much as the White Judge. So yeah, this is the best one. I don't know why I saw 0.05 as 0.5. Yeah, that is not the same. So, so yeah, you always want to definitely double check, just in case you're having like one of those moments like I just had there. So yeah, actually, so yeah, in conclusion, in order to survive the belief tribulations, or just tribulation in general as a Shendao, I would recommend that you just keep your population limited to 500,000 or you can even stop raising your Shendao at 500,000 population. But you really just need a really strong Nether Judge temple, because that one will give you the most chi, and then you just need a strong guards temple for Darkmountain Guardian, because those are the two that you really only need in order to survive these tribulations. And any more than that would probably be overkill, honestly, and just unnecessary. And what I have right now is more than enough for me to survive detachment tribulation, because they aren't even that strong. So besides that, I do also want to create Darkarmor Talismans for my Shendao. So let's just go through and do that. So let's see, do I have any Sacred Talismans that are tier 12? No, I don't. Okay, so I'm going to go forward and create these Sacred Talismans now. Spectre Refinement. I need to create 6 of them that are tier 12. Hopefully I have enough Anguish Soul Gems. Tower Refinement. Tower Refinement. I'm just going to have all of my disciples use it, because sometimes I get annoyed when the Sacred Talismans become relics, because they put them in a completely different section, and it makes it a little bit more difficult to like craft the talismans all in one go. So I just like to have extra just in case some of them become relics. Tower Refinement. But that's just a personal preference, honestly. Do you have Tower Refinement? No. I know you have Tower Refinement. How much Tribulation ads do I even have? Oh, I have so much. 430. I must have been killing a lot of Yao guys. It's usually like when you get those invaders that have really bad condemnation, and I don't know, it's typically the Yao guy ones, because they're an evil sect. So I just associate that with the Tribulation ads, but it's really just about the condemnation. So I have 430 refinement. So if I search Anguish, I only have 30 Anguish gems. That's crazy. What a difference. So yeah, I'm crafting these Darkarmor Talismans, or these Sacred Talismans, and I really just need 6. So let's do multiple draw, and then I would love to have 6 Darkarmor Talismans as soon as I can find the Darkarmor Talismans. There's so many talismans on this list. Cure, Invisibility, Supreme Yin, Heavenly Heart, Comprehension. I feel like the Darkarmor Talisman should be before this. I used to be so good at just like sniping whichever talisman I need, but now I actually really have to look through. I guess it's just a part of like me also recording and talking while doing all of this at the same time. Let's see, Departing Shadow, Wonder Armor. I know one of you is probably watching this like, it's right there. The Darkarmor Talisman is right there. Okay, I see all of the armors. Okay, yeah. Alright, that's how I find it then. I just look for all of the other armor talismans, and then the Darkarmor Talisman should be there as well. Alright, so let's craft these 6 Darkarmor Talismans for my Shendao disciples. And then besides that, I do want to do the setup for my other Shendaos as well. So, I think that this will be a good point for me to do a time skip then. So yeah, I'll see you guys once I get finished setting up all of my other Shendao disciples, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like when I start to do the tribulations. Alright, I'm currently on the last Shendao, upgrading them, and I just wanted to, continue the video at this point just so that you guys can see the process again, just because it's just good for memory, I guess. So anyways, I'm just continuously upgrading my Shendao's Divine Realm until this number reaches 501,000, because I want to make it so that I will not overcap my Shendao in a weird case in which I need my Shendao disciple to stay at the Y stage, which requires them to have 501,000 population. So I don't plan on making these guys like super strong, and I know that I have a couple of bugs that may or may not reduce my Shendao's mental state. So I just want to make sure that I stay within the bounds of the population that I think would be easily controllable for my Shendao. So I'm just taking turns and upgrading each thing to like 6 and then 7, just to save on belief costs, because the costs drastically increase as you upgrade these buildings. Even though I do have 1 billion belief, it's not really something that I need to worry about. However, I'm just doing this as like a demonstration, I guess, and to show you guys how to do it. Okay, so right now I actually did just make a mistake and made a building. So now my Shendao has a 511,000 population, right? However, I can reduce this by just demolishing one. So as long as you're not hooked up to an agency and you don't let the population fill out, then you don't really have to worry about it, because you can always like just fix it. And I just want to stay at this 500,000 population because I don't want to have to deal with this hatred tribulation. And then besides that, for the Shendao disciples, you also want them to have a level 9 guards temple, which will have the Nether judge, and then whatever level that will have the Darkmountain guardian. And then besides that, you also definitely need this Temple of Glaze, which is going to enhance the guards temple's powers even more. So the Temple of Glaze is really overpowered. It's just a global buff on all of the guards temples. So if we go to all of my Shendaos, we can see that they have 501,000 population. And now I just need to gain these divine residents, or they have a capacity of 501,000. So let's just not replace the thing, but I wanted to replace the Shendao. Let's see. So I'll put Shendao 2 here, and then just having them set up with any agency will allow them to get this extra population refill. So 3, 4, 5, and then Shendao 6. And so now I pretty much just wait for everything to cap out. I'm just gonna look at Shendao 3. Okay, Shendao 3 is filled up. Let's see what the other guys look like. Okay, looks like everyone is filled up, so that's perfect. So now I just have to maximize that Nether Judge temple and add that Temple of Glaze for the Shendaos. I didn't have enough residents to fill up the Temple of Glaze. So right here, I'm going to add this Temple of Glaze and fully upgrade that, and then this guy is pretty much set. Now let's see what Shendao 2 looks like. Shendao 2 should be more neat. So Shendao 2, level 2 Temple of Glaze. And then you just want this to be level 9. And then this could be anything. It could be like level 3. I'm just going to do level 9 just to be greedy, because I have the residents and the controllable population and the belief. And then set this up to be another judge. And then this one to be Darkmountain Guardian. And then I'm going to continue to do the same thing for the rest of these Shendao disciples. So this one needs another guard temple and a Temple of Glaze. Get that to level 3. This one to level 9. This one to level 9 as well. And then have that set up. Shendao 4. That to 9. And this is why I didn't roll back after I didn't continue with the save that I had when I fixed Shendao 1, just because I just like having this belief. I didn't want to give up my 1 billion belief. Shendao 5. We just need one more guards temple and a Temple of Glaze. I like to have my Nether guard first, and I do not know why, but I'm just going to stick to my preference, I guess. And now for Shendao 6 finally. So they already have the 2, so I just need to upgrade this one to 9. And then do the swap. OCD OP. Alright, so now I just want to double check that everyone has everything. So Shendao 1, they have the Temple of Glaze. That's the main thing that I'm worried about. Then this is 9 and this is 9. Yeah, because I can see myself forgetting the Temple of Glaze over everything. So Shendao 3, Shendao 4, no Temple of Glaze. Let's see, Shendao 5, they have the Temple of Glaze, and I just checked Shendao 6, that was the first one that I checked, so everyone is good. Now let's see what their stats are like. Shendao 1, 1.3 million chi, Shendao 2, 1.48, barrier power 1.7, 1.4 million. Yeah, they pretty much have the same chi. So yeah, Shendaos are just really overpowered once you get enough belief. Like, you can just make them all like equally as strong. So now we just have to deal with their barrier power, which is low. So I need to make room for them to equip the Darkarmor Talismans. So let me just make sure they all have room for that. I wonder which talisman I will remove. I guess I don't need the Divine Authority talisman, since that one increases their divinity. Concealment, story. I like all of these talismans, honestly. Oh, this one already has the Darkarmor Talisman. Okay, we're good then. So Shendao 2. Let's unequip everything. And then, yeah, they have the Divine Authority talisman. Okay, so this is going to be easy. We don't need any of these talismans. I guess we do need... Yeah, it wouldn't hurt to use the ones that increase their belief gain and reduce their divinity. And it's so nice that I was able to get my Shendaos to this point without even getting belief from an agency. Divinity. Let's see. Reduce divinity, increase belief gains. Yep. Yeah, you really only need the Divine Authority talisman for that one breakthrough. So now my guys are sitting at what? 47 base divinity. Okay, now let's see. Darkarmor Talisman. So everyone besides Shendao 1 does not have a Darkarmor Talisman. Alright, so now I can look at this guy's stats. So this one has 13 barrier power, 12 barrier power, 13 barrier power, 15 barrier power. Like, they are overpowered. And 13 barrier power. I don't know why this one has 15.97. I feel like that's such a big difference. Yeah, maybe they're just built different. Shendao 4. What do you have that makes you so special? Maybe they just... Oh, they have more protect. Let's see, they have 18 out of 32 protect. Yeah, 15. Okay, so I guess they just started off with more protect due to something over here. Alright, anyways. It's time for me to finally do the Tribulation. So, Shendaos, they can do the Tribulations with or without their artifact, but I just don't have that many good artifact bonuses, and I wouldn't expect you to have any early on either. So I'm just going to unequip the artifacts and go through the Tribulations that way. So I'm just going to move forward, and let's see. I probably should start a save, you know. So I'm going to remove all of these artifacts. The cool thing about Shendao is they can get their artifact whenever they want. So I'm going to create a save file and then just give it a name that makes sense for me. So what would this be? 590. I'm just going to do 595. And then detachment trips. I'm going to name it like round 1 because I plan to do detachment tribulations again so that I can get 3 more states. So yeah. Alright, so my Shendao's already through the tribulation, and this guy is creating those needles of tribulations. So now, if you want to do the detachment tribulation, which is a tribulation that you can... hold on, let me kill these snakes first, because that was annoying. I'm like, as soon as I start doing something, you guys want to pop up. So a Shendao can remove their own obsessions by doing a tribulation called a detachment tribulation, and the detachment tribulation will also increase the amount of states that they have. So that's why you want to be able to build up obsessions with Shendaos so that you can increase their states. And then besides that, Shendaos also have a miracle that they can use to remove someone else's obsession. And let's see, it's one of these right here. So this right here, the Pavilion of Heart. So if you do this, then you can resolve an obsession for like a Shendao disciple, but you need to get this to level 2. So you can reduce their mood multipliers, and you can also remove obsessions, and I can show you guys what that looks like. I'm pretty sure I have a Shendao disciple with an obsession or 2. So we have my 1 with an obsession, and then do you have Lady Cloud? No, they're demigods, so they don't have obsessions. And then these guys that I recruited. So Jing D right here has a hedonistic obsession, and then if I go to Shendao 1 and then I do clear mind, then that will remove that obsession. And right now they're in the process of removing the obsession, and it seems to take a pretty long time. Actually, I didn't expect that. I remember using this, but this is my first time using it in a long time. So this miracle actually takes pretty long. So then once you clear the obsession, you will get an obsession gem. Hopefully we can see that. So yeah, this obsession gem dropped from me clearing the obsession from Jing D. And now Jing D does not have the obsession, as you can see, and their mental state is nice. It's now at 100%. So you would really only do that for the Shendao disciples, and it would be a really big waste for you to clear the obsession like that on a Shendao disciple, because the Shendao should be clearing their own obsession so that they can increase their states. Also, one thing I do want to point out is that I did actually figure out why my trade area was so laggy. So right now my trade area is fast now, whereas in a couple of videos ago my trade area was super laggy and going slow. And it's so weird, but I lied to you not. Like, I just started selling all of these items that are on my map to the merchant, and then my trade area just got super fast again. And it was mainly the artifacts, honestly. So I don't know, that's just like a theory that I have, is that it's the artifacts. So all of these like small artifacts that you get from invaders that are just sitting around on your set for some reason just like lag the game. And it's also the point of just having a lot of items on your game in general. But anyways, now time to do these tribulations. So typically once you finish these tribulations, your Shendao disciple would gain 30 mental state. However, if you did these tribulations, if you attain these obsessions off map, then you won't get the mental state back, sadly. So I believe that my Shendao disciples are, some of them won't be getting the 30 mental state back from clearing some of these obsessions. So they're just permanently nerfed. So I do need to make sure that I'm actually at my computer when I get the other obsessions, because like I can take a hit of like 90 mental state, which is from me having 3 obsessions off map, but I can't take a hit of double that, which would be 180 mental state. I mistakenly put some next to each other, so some guys are doing like double tribulations, I guess. But I mean, I trust that they're tanky enough to get through this. And then I misclicked and I didn't choose Shendao 5. Oh, okay, I actually have them all like spread out pretty evenly. I'll just do this guy on ground. let's see. So yeah, these tribulations are doing absolutely nothing to my Shendao disciples. This is only like what, 800,000 damage. It's not really going to get super strong either down the line. They're just too tanky with just those 2 guards. So like you can quickly see like how strong Shendaos can get. And then once I get done with showing like pretty much how to make these legacy artifacts, I'll move forward with hopefully like seeing whichever Shendao has like, I guess, the best mental state because of all of these different bugs that are affecting my Shendao mental state. But I'll try to look for kind of the best one and try to make like a really strong Shendao to show you guys what that would look like. So these guys have successfully done their detachment tribulations, and some of them got their mental state back, some of them didn't. So it all just depends on whichever accession was removed, and I believe that the game just picks it at random, or like the player can't select which accession is removed. So however way the game selects it, it's just, I have no idea. So Shendao 1, Shendao 2. So we have 2 more accessions to remove on these guys. Shendao 4. It's so annoying that I know that my game will save 6 times again. So yeah, we're just getting through these tribulations. So let's see how much power this one will be. Probably, definitely not enough to even dent the Shendao Disciple just because they have so much chi regeneration. Now, if I had an artifact equipped, then maybe it would be a little bit scary just because the artifact is just consistently stealing chi from the cultivator. But I don't really see any problem right now. And why is this guy mentally? It's probably a branch leader debuff. Ah, my poor game. Yeah, they have the tired debuff from being a branch leader. This says 63 days. Oh wow. I'll just reset that. So let's see. I will remove them as a branch leader. And then let's see. And then remake them a branch leader. Let's see if I can get that removed after the day ends. So yeah, it looks like these guys are effortlessly getting through the tribulation again. And we just wait. Alright, so the day just changed, so this should have refreshed, I guess. Or let's see if I unassign them. They're a leader of 2 branches, so let's try to unassign them from both. Nice. They got a new tire debuff, which is weak, and it only lasts 14 days. So that's what I wanted to do. Then I can give them the branch leader again, and then give them the leader of an empty branch to remove that. So now they're fixed. And because this guy is creating so much, they're also losing time for their demigod tribulation. Okay, so we just got done the 2nd round. Now it's time for the 3rd round. I wish my disciples would. They probably won't. I was going to say I wish that my disciples would move these manuals out of the way, but I did remember that I have all of my manuals set to be allocated for my rooms, so my rooms are probably full. Just because I was using my manuals as like room decorations because they're high tier. So that's on me, honestly. My poor mortals. Yeah, as you can see, these rooms are filled to the brim. And they all have a nice luxurious quality. I'm just waiting for all of these saves again. Go, 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 go. Again, this tribulation is not even denting them. Let's see. It doesn't look like Shendao 1 got any mental state back from any of those. They were at like, yeah, they were at like 540, I believe. You know, they were 530. I don't know what's going on with that one. But it looks like Shendao 4 is the best one because they're at 690 mental state. They're good. Let's see if Shendao 6 gets mental state back from this session. Let's see. Which session was this? Hedonistic. Yeah, they're probably not getting it. Oh, they did. Okay, what about Shendao 1? Nope. Oh, they did. Alright. So the hedonistic one was good, I guess. I probably got that on map then while doing different breakthroughs. So now that my Shendaos have cleared 3 sessions, they will get 3 states, and I'll show you what that looks like. Boom. I now have 6 states, and I believe I want to have 9 states for my Shendaos. So I'm now going to send my Shendaos to Mount Coppertomb in order to gain more obsession. So let's see. Because they're at the cultivation bottleneck, they will always get the anxious obsession, and then it's just up to me to make sure that they also get the hedonistic or the depressed obsession. It looks like they're leaning towards depression. Let's see. 486. This is 0 seconds. Okay, this says 513. Oh, why are you guys depressed? Okay, that makes sense. So I definitely want them to have their artifact, just because that increases how much belief I get. Even though that's helping me out with the depressed obsession. So I'll either get 3 because I really can't rationalize how my Shendao would be able to get hedonistic and depressed. Like maybe if I had them in Mount Coppertomb and then I switched them to indulgence, then their mood would drastically go up, or their mood would drastically go down, but I don't see it going up. So I don't know. Maybe I'll just do another round of anxiousness since that would be easy. Alright, so I'm going to create another sage scum since I have talked about all of these different bugs around gaining sessions and off map, and I'm prone to mess up on that one. So I'm going to save this game just so that I have it. So 596. Gain obsessions again. My game is loading up. How far are we in this video? We must be like, I want to say like 40 something minutes in. Alright, so you know the deal. Now that I'm at Mount Coppertomb, my Shendao disciples will now be gaining this obsession off map so that I can save time. They will definitely be getting the anxious one. I don't know which one they will be getting between depressed and hedonistic. However, if I just have to end up removing anxious 2 times instead of just once, then I'm fine with that. But I think I'm just going to let my game run from now on. Just have my Shendao, I guess, either be on balance or indulgence. I think I like indulgence better because that will make it so that my Shendaos don't have that much divinity. So let's see. I'm also trying to look at these bonuses to see how I can maximize my belief gains, even though I don't even need belief anymore. I'm pretty much maxed out. Yeah, so that messed up one of my bonuses. Yeah, I'm just gonna have my guys on indulgence just because I know that will increase their mood modifier. So I'll definitely be getting anxious and depressed obsession, and then I guess I'll just have to do another round of anxious and depressed obsession. And luckily, you can clear obsessions 4 times, I believe. So I'll be good to do that, and that will only be my 3rd time clearing both of those obsessions. And then I guess hedonistic, I will probably have to be insect to get that. But the good thing is that I won't need that many extra states for these guys. So yeah, I'm just going to do a time skip and come back to you guys when it's time to clear the other obsession. Alright, I'm back, and just like I suggested, I was able to come back to my computer when my Shendao were nearly done obtaining their session. So now it's time for me to go back in the sec. So as you can see, we are at 98%, and everyone is pretty much almost done with obtaining the session. And for some reason, Shendao 5 also has hedonistic. I'm assuming that that's because I missed one of the detachment tribulations on Shendao 5. So I'm expecting them to have one less state than everyone else. But if they were able to get hedonistic and depressed, then that wouldn't make too much sense. But besides that, I'm just going to send my Shendaos on balance before I bring them back into the sect, since that does retain, and it can be annoying when the Shendao come back on indulgence. And anyways, I didn't have to like stay at my computer fully. I actually just saw how long it took for me to get to like 25%, which it took me, I think, about like 15 minutes, and then I just kept like setting timers based on that to kind of like guesstimate around when they would be close to getting done. So like if you can kind of like figure out like the timing of things, then you can figure out like how long it will take for the Shendao to get the session. It will be really accurate because when you're off map, there are no pop-ups to like stop you. So let me just look at Shendao 5 now, and it seems like, yeah, we start off with 3, so they should have 6, and they have 5 right now. So yeah, I did skip that session for that Shendao. Yeah, this one has 6 right here. Okay, so now everything pretty much makes sense. So let me do this detachment tribulation again on Shendao 5. And of course everyone is getting their session on map, so this one should always refund mental state once we get rid of them. So just a little bit more to go before these guys get the depressed obsession again. Let's see. Okay, so we got 3 obsessions, and we just need a little bit more. Okay, I think that was everyone. I didn't even know they give you a notification when that happens. So Shendao 1, 2, 3. So I'm just waiting for a little bit more anxious and a little bit more depressed. So as you can see, you can always get anxious and depressed, so that's at least 8 obsessions that you can do. And then if you have an agency that can give you like enough inspiration so that you don't need to use the increase your sacred relic in order to gain belief naturally, then you can do giving up pretty easily. But that can just be annoying because there's a lot of manual work with that. So I would really just bank on anxious, depressed, and hedonistic, unless I was trying to make like the best Shendao ever, which is not what I'm trying to do specifically. So it all just depends on your personal preference. So let's see. We're at 99%. This one is still at 91%, which is still pretty early on. But besides that, I guess there's really no reason for me to have these other guys wait. But I do want them all to be kind of in line. So that when I go to get the sessions again, because I did say that I want to have like 9 extra states. So I think I will need to do this for yet another round. So let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then this will make 8. So I would pretty much just be missing like one more anxious obsession, I guess. If I could choose, I would just keep the anxious obsession and then just lose the depressed, but sadly I can't choose which obsession gets removed. Okay, we have a beast attack, we got rain, a lot of things happening. Got these snakes showing up. Why are you mentally unstable? Oh, never mind. That was the notification from 6 days ago. Yeah, I don't really care about this bull. And then I can also offset their loss of mental state by using prayer coins, because I can use the prayer coins to get like clothes, which can increase my disciple's mental state by, I believe, 45. And then I have a couple of immortal visitors. As long as they're not from a sect, then I'm good, but this one is. So let me Panacea Puhayan. Yes, that's their name. Okay. Shendao 1 has both accessions. Shendao 2 is the only one that's lagging behind. They're still at 91.8. I wonder, are they still depressed? No, it doesn't really seem like it. Shendao 3. Shendao 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I don't know if I want to wait that long for this guy. Let's see. They're at 91.8. Yeah, it's not really going any further, so I'm just going to go forward and remove my obsessions with my Shendao disciple with the rest of these guys. So let's just do more detachment, tribulations, and then see where we're at. But yeah, if I was just doing this with one disciple, this would be way more simple than it is right now. Alright, Shendao 6. The saving. Okay, we got the tribute, so it's been a year. Interesting. We're on day 600, guys. Oh, these guys still have their artifacts equipped. Oh, they're still getting through the tribulations, even with their artifacts equipped. Wow. That almost went bad, but I guess it's okay. So yeah, Shendaos, they're pretty much good, even with artifacts, because they get their regeneration based on their belief. So even though this artifact is essentially draining my chi by 26,000 per second, my Shendao is healing more than that over time. So it's really a non-issue with these guys. So I probably should even give them better artifacts as well. So now we're actually getting some mental state back, which is nice. So let's just do another set of detachment tribulations. Shendao 2 is the only one that's lagging behind. Poor Shendao 2. Come on, Shendao 5. Alright, Shendao 6, it's your turn. Let's see if they're getting any more progress towards depression. Nope, they're stuck at 91.8. Maybe I should just change them to... No, because if they're on indulgence while on camp, they may get a better mood buff because they will be doing a lot of different things. So yeah, I would just have to do this off map again with Shendao 2, but it should be really quick. So let me actually send Shendao 2 to camp so that they can come back and then join in on the Tribulations, and then we'll get another set of sessions. So now that that's started, I'm gonna equalize Shendao 2. Alright, Shendao 2 is in Mount Coppertune. Let's enter. Let's see. Let's put them on indulgence again. Okay, so now it's gaining. I'm already at like 0.20%. So let's see how long this takes. 91.89. Interesting. They're not accumulating it. Oh, it's going up. I just had to wait for them to get even more depressed. So sometimes it's going up, sometimes it's going down. So we're at 92%. Okay, so it's going up pretty quickly now. Going up by like 0.10 every other time I check. Or 0.5. And so yeah, we pretty much just wait this out. I don't really see a need to do a time skip, since I need to watch this very closely so that we don't get this obsession off map. We're at 95%. %. Yeah, so like when I tried this out on my calculator, I pretty much figured out that like in Swift mode, my Shendaos will gain like 25% of an obsession in like 15 minutes. So I pretty much just waited like an hour, I guess. $97.8. I want to stop at like 99. 98.23. Alright, I think this is a good time to send this guy back. So let's see, are they still accumulating this accession? Their mood is slowly increasing. Yeah, so I need to lower their mood somewhere, so let's remove their artifacts so that they can be sad, and then I guess I'll also remove their pants as soon as they move somewhere else. Yeah, see, they're eating a lot because they're on balance or indulgence, and they're getting like the really good meals and stuff like that. So I need to also use wise detachment now. So what's their mood at? 83. Let's remove their pants and remove their weapon, I guess. Now we're at 70. Come on, we need more depression. Jesus. So many pop-ups. Too many pop-ups. Alright, so how else can I ruin their mood? Guess I can make them eat some poop. That's really gonna mess up their mood. And of course I have some invaders, so let me just check my invaders, because I just want to confirm my suspicion. So yeah, these guys have a lot of condemnation. So well, some of them have it. I won't say all of them. It was just that one guy, really. I guess I got lucky. That one guy that I saw has 892 condemnation. So this one will give me like a lot of tribulation ash. So these are the type of enemies that you would encounter later game. And then they also have a good amount of sessions too. Evil sex OP. Yeah, I just have my tiger handle all of these guys. Let's see. Even with the poop eater mood, it's only negative 15. Variety of life and flawless. What is this? Okay, yeah, their mental state is really high, so they will always have that. Pants, weapon, flawless, poop eater. What else can I do to remove their mood? So I think I just need to go on indulgence really quick and just hope that they don't eat any food, because indulgence should amplify the negative moods. Yeah, they just keep eating like all of this good food. So now we're at 62, but we have some good moodlet, so let's do wise detachment and see what happens. Nope. Yeah, this is just a bad plan, honestly. I guess I can just lock them in. Yeah, there's other ways that you can just completely ruin the Shendao Disciples mood. So I'll just do Aqua Cohab, since that's probably the easiest way. So I will put Shendao 2 in this room, and then just double check. So now they have awkward cohabitation, so that should really ruin their mood. And they're on balance. I don't know how I was at 70. Okay, so generation 2 turtle. Let's have you do a wise detachment. So yeah, the awkward cohab is probably the best way to reduce their mood. So now we're at 56, 55. It's only 2. Maybe I should add another bed or something. I don't know. Yeah, it's probably best for me to add yet another bed because I'm barely not there. So I'm going to add another bed and make it so that they're living with yet another outer disciple, so that we have 3 awkward cohabs. And now we're at 51.8. Wow, that's beautiful. Oh, it seems like it's going up. Yep, we're at 98.99. Perfect. It's going up slowly but surely. Yeah, we're at 49 mood, barely under 50. Who the heck died? Oh, how did you die? How are you under attack? Oh, we have a bull. Excuse me. Well, this guy's dead. But that's okay because we have Shendao disciples. So I guess I would just use like Shendao 3 to revive them. I don't want to revive all dying animals. Let's see. So for Shendao 3, I'll just create that building that I can use to revive them. I believe it's the ferryman guard. So let me add this guard's temple. Give my Shendao the ability to revive with the ferryman. Yeah, resurrection spell. And now they're back up. I wonder why did they die? Was it a shapeshifter tribulation? No. Oh, it was because that demon beast was attacking them. And then this one is crippled. Who is this guy? Yeah, this wasn't my guy. This must have been like a visitor or something. Wow, a core shaper visitor got killed by invader. That's crazy. And they have a full cauldron. That's interesting. OP. Poor guy. So let's see. So this guy's crippled, so let me just have them eat a panacea pill so I can heal up all of their injuries. Alright, Shendao 2, how are you doing? We're halfway there. And they are above 50 mood again, so let's do yet another Akra Kohab. Okay, now it's time to check their mood again. Okay, now they're at 41, so that's definitely gonna keep them low. We're at 99.92. We finally did it. Alright, now let's do this detachment tribulation on this guy. And they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're about to have 8. So the Shendao guy recommends that you have 8 states, but I want to have 9 because some of the stats that they recommend are only like bad for Shendao disciples. I mean, bad for Shendao disciples and not Shendao disciples. And I'm giving these artifacts to Shendao disciples, so I would be fine. I would want them to have 9 seats so that I can get this one extra building that like reduces attack speed, but it also gives power. And I don't really care about them losing attack speed. Alright, so now Shendao 2 can actually pick up their stuff and be reassigned to this bed. Alright, so all of my Shendao are pretty much at the same spot now. And that's going good. So I really just want to have like one more state, but I'll just go off map and get yet another state. And I believe that this video is pretty much just getting like too long. It's just going to be the same thing over again. So what I'm going to do is actually just do this off screen and then come back to you guys in the next video and show you guys what to do once you finally have all of the states set up. And I'll basically show you guys how to create the perfect like sacred relic. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching, and thank you for watching in the first place, and I hope you learned something, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.